Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from Group 8. In this section, we are going to explain about the history of languages. My name is Amanda Gunza. My number is 20018048. What is historical linguistics? Historical linguistics, also called comparative linguistics, is the study of how languages change over time and the relationship among different languages. Historical linguists study the process of language change, the genetic relationship between languages, and how best to classify languages into groups. The term diachronic linguistics, dia means through, chronic means time, is also used to label historical studies in linguistics. Non-historical research is called synchronic linguistics. Syn means same. Synchronic linguists study languages at a given point in time. The relationship among languages. One of the facts of historical linguistics is that languages can be highly related to each other, minimally related, or not related at all. One of the reasons that two or more languages are highly related is that they derived from the same parental language. That is, using a biological analogy, they are genetically related to each other and are called a language family. In fact, languages that are said to derive from a common language are called daughter languages. For instance, we know that Portuguese, Spanish, Catalan spoken in Spain, French, Italian, and Romanian are all daughter languages derived from Latin is mixed with the native languages of each area. Linguists classify these languages and a few others as the family tree model. The family tree model of language relationships assumes a genetic relationship among languages and a language family in that all languages in the family derive from a common ancestor called a proto-language. A proto-language is an ancestral parent language from which it is assumed that many languages were derived. There is a sample image of a family tree. The wave model. The wave model in 1872, linguist Johannes Sims proposed the wave model of language relatedness to address some of the inadequacies of the family tree model. In the wave modeler drawn around languages that share a specific characteristic or characteristics. All the languages within a circle share the characteristic defined by the circle. The wave model of language relatedness attempts to deal with some of the weaknesses of the family tree model. It characterizes a specific language change as a spreading out from a central point in a manner similar to ripples created when a small object is thrown into water. Changes spread at different rates. Some changes reinforce, others change, and others interact to create additional change.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nadia and I am going to tell you about the type of language change. We have used sound change as a sample of language change so far, and we'll go into that in more detail in a moment. Morphological and syntactic change also occur in language, as well as semantic and social culture change. Sound changes, unconditioned sound change. A sound change is the change of one or more distinctive feature of a sound to another feature of features. For example, everywhere that there was A or B or in Proto-Indo-European, there is now a P in English and other Germanic languages. In other words, B did not change to P. Only the certain phonetic environments, a change in all environments. Sound change, condition sound change. A condition sound change depends on the phonetic environment. For instance, the F sounds in Old English become the V sound in modern English. Morphological change. Morphological changes in a language are changes in the words of the language and include changes in the meaning of words. In addition of the new words, an analogy. Analogy or analogous change is the process whereby a dominant linguistic pattern in a language replaces exceptions to exception to that pattern. Syntactic changes. Syntactic changes are changes in the rules for structures larger than words. You can see from table 4 to 5 that the number of case ending was reduced from 5 in Old English, for example, as E, R, S, A, to 3 in the Middle English, S, A, and N, to 2 in modern words, S, plural S, and S plural. Because only plural and possessive are marked in modern English, the fraction of a noun is dependent on its position. Is a sentence that is a word order.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arifula Ramadhani, student ID 20018049. Semantic and socio-cultural changes. One type of semantic change is lexical semantic change, which was discussed under morphological change. Because morphemes carry meaning, changes to morphemes are often also changes in meaning. There are other broader types of semantic shifts that can occur in language. For example, what is included in a specific domain might be changed. How long does it take a language to change? There are methods to estimate how long other languages have been separated from mother language. Lexicostatistics by Maurice Swades, 1909 to 1967 is a technique of developing hypotheses about the historical relationship between languages and dialects, including when those languages and dialects diverge from each other based on a quantitative analysis of cognates. The farming language dispersal hypothesis by archaeologist Colin Renfrew is the idea that ancient languages such as Proto-Indo-European were spread as farming people moved into new lands. Colin believes that the origins of Proto-Indo-European culture occurred somewhat earlier than 5,000 to 6,000 years ago. The spread of Englishes. Like all of the elements of a culture, language changes over time. Historical linguistics is the study of this change and of the relationship among languages. Sir William Jones was the first person to systematically describe family-like relationship among languages, using the comparative method of analyzing cognates in different languages. His work indicated that the ancient languages, Sanskrit, Latin, and Greek, derived from the same mother language. These their languages and now about 442 other living languages, these as well as many extinct languages, are said to have developed from Proto-Indo-European or reconstructed language from about 6,000 years ago.